Hi, here's a new video from the series Get More Customers Using Marketing Automation, and it's a great introduction to marketing automation, otherwise called the definitive and ultimate guide to marketing automation. We have prepared especially for you a comprehensive guide to the world of marketing automation for several reasons. Firstly, together with an intensive development of the global marketing automation market, of course, need for knowledge available in that field area. Moreover, ever larger market means also more and more systems in marketing automation class. Unfortunately, more and more often we meet systems only resembling marketing automation or only positioned in that way. The study answers the questions which functions should have a marketing system and which options should provide to its users in order to, with a clear conscience, can be included to a group of marketing automation. Additionally, you can find here a short guide leading through the process of choosing and buying IT for a company. You are welcome to watching, which will bring you closer to the world of marketing and sales automation. Okay, so marketing automation has been of late one of the most popular subjects in the world of marketing. The market of systems of this class grows at a significant rate. Only by 2015, marketing automation was worth about $3.2 billion. With the emergence of a growing number of companies offering marketing automation class system and dealing with marketing and sales automation, there have also been attempts to define marketing automation. Constructing a definition, it is worth answering a few questions. What is marketing automation? It is a segment of information systems dedicated to management of marketing and sales. How it works: makes more efficient, automates and measures all marketing and sales activities at the same time, combining them with an individual customers and their effect. What is the point? The main objective of marketing and sales automation is to increase the volume of sales through perfect match of sending messages to the needs, interests and capabilities of potential customers. Marketing automation technology allows to lead nurturing, customer retention, measuring ROI, behavioral and transactional segmentation of contacts, contact scoring, personalization of communication, combining marketing and sales activities, determination of optimal conversion paths, and integration of many different data sources and big data support. Marketing automation solution delivers essentially all the benefits of an email marketing solution along with integrated capabilities they would otherwise need to be cobbled using various standalone technologies. Glassdoor Research. Marketing automation is a family of systems serving to automation of marketing and sales activities. The need of their creation may reach the already famous sentence spoken by John Wanamaker, one of the modern marketing pioneers. Please see the box below. Half the money is spent on advertising, it's wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. There is a problem of exact determining the effects of implemented activities. Even if a form of ROI indicator it accompanies us to date. According to 2012 IBM CMO study, only 45% of marketing directors is now ready to present ROI indicators of the conducted marketing operations. The inability to confirm the effects of their own work is a real tender spot of marketing, and one of the main reasons for which 100% of company presidents will make first cutbacks exactly in the marketing department. Marketing automation class systems has come to aid. They can automatically connect each acquired contact with marketing operations and their effect. Thanks to that, we exactly know how we acquired the contact and how it behaved in the whole marketing and sales process, and when it became our customer, so it is easy to determine ROI indicator for each performed operations. If we are able to calculate this indicator for each operation, then it is easy for us to answer a question posed by John Wanamaker. Suddenly we gain a holistic view For the whole marketing and sales operations carried out by us, we can see what works well, what averagely, and what we have to improve or discontinue. Marketing has been no longer an activity connected with art and has become a form of science. It can provide mathematically supported results of carried out operations. Moreover, we are finally able to show the exact impact of conducted campaigns on the revenue amount in a company. In a word, it is easy to prove what part of a revenue and to that extent is generated by marketers' work. Marketing automation is a response to a modern marketing demand for technologies. Nowadays, we deal with great change in consumers' behavior. Consumers look for information in multiple channels using a lot of devices, sources of information, and communication channels. That is why marketing needs a technology which can connect multi-channel communication with a specific consumer and her or his needs. Then it is needed to collect and analyze data and react properly. Marketing automation class systems are a natural response to real needs of contemporary marketing. Their most important capability is an ability to connect an individual customer with a series of activities which she or he underwent and their effect. Building a profile of each acquired contact marketing automation system combines data from many different sources, right? So, in marketing automation, we have monitoring customer behavior online, plus email marketing, plus CRM, plus marketing analytics, plus contact scoring, plus campaign management, plus landing pages, plus social marketing, and more. Functionalities available in marketing automation systems. The majority of marketing automation systems have similar functionalities. This is why we have prepared a list of those most important and we have identified how often they occur. Additionally, a list has been divided into thematic categories: monitoring contact behavior on the internet, email marketing, CRM and contact management, marketing and sales automation, analytics and reports, advanced functionalities. Each of functionalities received a mark which tells us about its popularity and availability in marketing automation systems. Functionality marked in this way is commonly available in the most available marketing automation as a standard at no extra charge. Functionalities with such a mark do not occur in all marketing automation solutions, however, they are popular and if available, they appear as standard. This mark was given to very rare functionalities, often very unique for respective systems. They often are an additional extra paid option. Monitoring of contact behavior on the internet. Functionalities for identification and monitoring of contact behavior online. Website basic. An ability to monitor time spent on a website, visited URLs, addresses, identified persons visiting websites, phrases, and visit sources. Website detailed. Monitoring of behavior in AX elements, mobile applications, data entered in search engines, calculators, etc. Social web portals, monitoring like, share, comment of individual contacts, segmentation on scoring based on data from social media. Mobile applications. Number of users of mobile marketing is still increasing. Behavior monitoring of mobile application users provides a lot of new information. In most cases, we know when an application is used, by whom, what a user does in it, and where is located. B2B visits, subpages visited and time spent, sources and phrases of website visits. Contest applications on Facebook. Integration of marketing automation with a contest application not only allows to acquire contacts but also to obtain information about them from Facebook profiles and those left in an application itself. Email marketing is the most popular channel of marketing communication. It becomes really effective when we combine it with a dedicated landing page and contact forms. Most frequently, marketing automation systems replace traditional suppliers of email marketing systems. However, the scope of functionalities depends on the chosen system. Wizard of email messages and newsletters. A simple and intuitive wizard which allows to create an email message even by first-time users. The what you see as what you get type of editors are also popular solution. HTML template support. Support of HTML templates. Templates library, a possibility to import templates from zip file. Autoresponders, automatic dispatch in reaction to the identified contact behavior on the website, email marketing after a certain time, lack of activity, etc. Content personalization, the possibility to modify content depending on the recipient, personalized courteous forms of addresses. Dear John, dear Madam, the possibility to insert dynamically names, last names, company name, email address, etc. This feature increases email efficiency thanks to generating involvement from recipients. Dynamic adjusting of content of sent email messages and newsletters with regard to a specific customer. The system compares profiles of customers and available content and offers and then adjusts those best suited to the specific recipient. Email marketing is the most popular channel of marketing communication, right? Again, it becomes really effective when we combine it with a dedicated landing page and contact forms. Most frequently, marketing automation systems replace traditional suppliers of email marketing system. However, the scope of functionality depends on the chosen system. A/B tests, one of the best methods of testing and optimization for email dispatch. The test automatically selects groups of receivers, sends two versions of messages, gives the result, and enables to send the final message to the remaining group of recipients. Spam test and deliverability. Marketing automation often replaces traditional email marketing. This is why it offers spam tests, monitoring of opening and clicking, deliverability indicator, soft and hard mouse handling. Auto opt-in out, double in. Autosave mechanism for dispatches. Opt-in, withdraw from a dispatch, opt-out, and double entry validation, double opt-in. CRM, the core and very important supplement to email marketing module, the possibility of acquiring, managing, and storage of contacts and their profiles is crucial for efficiency of marketing operations. Contact management, the opportunity to manage contacts, create groups of contacts, assign them to salesmen, etc. Notes, tasks, alerts, the possibility of adding notes and individual tasks with an automatic reminder to a contact card. Contact profiles, customer profile created as a part of contact card containing all collected data about her or him which originate from many sources. Sales funnels, multi-step sales campaigns that enable to manage a process of sales and to organize a contact structure. Adjusting contact card, the possibility of adjusting a quantity and type of data displayed on a contact card to individual needs of a system users. User accounts, differentiated accounts in a system due to an access to functionalities of stored in it data and because of possibilities to modify all parameters. Integration with emails, the possibility to connect the system with individual accounts of salesmen so that also individually correspondence with potential customers will be a subject to monitoring and automation. Marketing and sales automation, a very comprehensive category of functionalities available only in marketing automation systems. We have divided it into additional subcategories: lead nurturing, lead generation, automatic personalization of offers and contents, automatic segmentation, automatic rules, contact scoring, notifications and alerts, sales management. Lead nurturing, educational programs, automatic programs that increase sales by providing to sales department educated and ready to purchase contacts. Drip marketing, message sent periodically in regular cycles or after occurring of new content on a blog to a fixed group of recipients or to a group that comply with certain criteria. Lead generation, landing page generator, functional generator of landing pages with regard to perform marketing email dispatches. Basic forms, a simple wizard of contact forms placed on a website. The forms are pasted permanently as a sidebar or a pop-up. Progressive forms, The possibility of dynamic adjustment of displayed form to a customer profile. Automatic personalization of offers and content. Dynamic email. A special mechanism that automatically downloads and places in a message template offers which suit the best for an individual recipient. Predefining email messages. The possibility of preparing and storing in a system messages that contain preliminary adjusted offers, most often addressed to a product or service segment. Reposition of dispatches, a database of all deliveries with a possibility of duplication and editing. Dynamic content on the page, the possibility of displaying dynamically adjusted content on the website to a visitor's profile. They may take a form of recommendation system. SMS personalization is automatic content personalization of SMS message. VMS personalization, automatic content personalization of VMS message. Criteria of matching offers. The possibility of defining offer parameters which will be automatically added to a content of a sent newsletter. Behavioral segmentation. Automatic segmentation of a contact database with regard to contact behavior monitored online. Transactional segmentation, automatic segmentation of a contact database with regard to transactional data. Hardware segmentation, automatic segmentation of contact database based on a device, a web browser, or an operational system. Geographic segmentation, automatic segmentation based on information about localization from which a website was visited. Behavior rules, the possibility of automatic triggering an action based on a certain contact online behavior, for example, a visit to a subpage or of a website. Transactional rules, the possibility of automatic triggering an action based on transactional data, for example, after transaction of a certain amount. Hot leads is regards to contact scoring. So hot leads module showing the most prospective contacts in terms of sales. Point ranking of contacts in a database arranged on the basis of the amount of scoring points. General scoring, system of contact scoring. All monitored contacts behaviors result in assigning a given number of points to profile scoring. Advanced scoring, extension of a basic scoring of behavior types by a possibility of assigning a given number of points for a precise defined behavior and in relations to sales stage or segment of interest. Notifications and alerts. Notifications about activity, the possibility of adjusting automating notifications related to crucial behavior or potential customers. Sales alerts, the possibility of automatic notifying salespeople about a contact necessity with a certain contact on the basis of her on his behavior and collected data. Internal alerts, automatic alerts related to lead flow inside the company and to activity of system users. Sales management, sales funnels. A transparent structure of stages in a sales funnel allows to control and manage easily a contact flow in a sales process. Lead routing. Marketing automation allows to create automatic processes of contact, routing, and handling. Salespeople activity, it is possible to monitor an activity of employees themselves. A person in charge is given an access to a complete report related to activity of system users and contacts assigned to them. Analytics and reports. Analytics and reports are a very important part of marketing automation system functionalities. Thanks to it, we gain confidence that what we do will bring expected results, and we obtain a possibility to find places which require improvement. Analysis of marketing mix. Analysis showing in what way changes at the level of respective stages of sales funnel. They show where in a sales process social media is needed. Analytics of automation, a full analysis of operation and effectiveness of actions run in an automatic reaction to behavior and information about contacts. Activity of salespeople, the possibility of generating reports about salespeople activity, tasks they perform, and progress of contacts assigned to them in a sales process. Analytics of email marketing, a full analytics of email marketing activities, including reports of clicks and openings, and dealing with an impact of dispatch on contact behavior. Sales analytics, an analytics and identification of the base sources of sales conversion, report of B2B visits, a periodical report including a list of companies which visited a website in a given period of time. Analytics of conversion paths, analysis indicating optimal conversions paths, freshly acquired contacts to customers. It indicates the most efficient marketing and sales operations. Advanced modules and functionalities. Specialist modules and functionalities run most often at a customer request. Revenue performance management, an automatic contact segmentations into groups depending on whether their expenses rise or fail in a given period of time. A module uses transactional data. Call center support, automatic recommendations of conversation subject matters and sharing profile contacts with telemarketers and call center, automatic notifications and alerts about a necessity to contact specific persons. Predictive marketing, an analysis of periodicity in purchases and sales highs and lows and appropriate adjustment of marketing operations to this data. Integration with ad networks, RTB, the possibility of displaying ads in RTB networks which are adjusted to user profiles in which ad is shown. Real-time tracking is the possibility of monitoring of contact behavior in real time and reactions to their behavior in real time, also on the basis of anonymous contact profiles built in real time. Integration via API. Availability of the programming interface API, which enables a headless exchange and synchronization of data between external systems and marketing automation in a two-way process. Combining CRM and marketing automation. CRM systems are created and developed with a view of supporting individual contacts. Additionally, their task is the purely sales support of relation with potential customers. Combining marketing automation and CRM allows to standardize marketing and sales operations and to support CRM with additional information about a potential customer. A potential customer, before coming along in CRM, first appears in marketing automation system where his or her profile is built on the basis of digital body language containing many substantial data. Whereas CRM system is as good as data entered into it and with which we work. We have an access to static information and collect it to the very moment in which contact is delivered to CRM. Access to information such as name, last name, company position, degree of decisiveness, budget amount, branch, sector, company, size are classics. This information is very important and allows to evaluate opportunities for sale to a given customer. In addition, it turns out that CRM system allows you to support about 30% of real sales process, like from a moment when a contact between salesman and consumer occurred. The remaining 70% most often takes place online, like the where information is gathered by marketing automation. Integration of both solutions gives salespeople access to information collected at the beginning of purchasing process. Marketing automation supports CRM. Marketing automation allows to provide more and better qualified contacts to CRM. It ensures information about them in a real time, and it helps sellers to increase sales conversion due to it a larger, more stable and easier in planning revenue is generated. Statistically, CRM together with marketing automation to ROI is 14.5% higher, and the 10% improvement of data access means approximately 14% bigger revenue. Marketing automation in CRM mean shorter sales process, higher sales conversion, better data quality in a company, lower sales costs. Monitoring and identification of contact behavior online. The ability to identify and monitor of persons' behavior is one of the foundations of marketing automation systems. On the basis of information flow, it is possible to trigger an automatic reaction of a system and customer profiling. Monitoring of behavior on the internet is obviously a very broad term. In fact, we'll focus on website visits, reaction to email messages, social media, mobile channel, affiliate networks, RTB, AdWords, and others. All this information may be described as digital body language. Contact profile is constructed in that way, allowing you to easy identification of a stage at what each potential customer is. Additionally, information included in it tells us what are her or his interests and to what extent. We'll also get to know which methods of contact are preferred by a customer and when should we contact him. Okay, so we can see here in this table that we have phrases that direct contacts to the www website, go into general searches, and after that in detailed searches, website entrance sources, campaigns that bring a user to the website, and contact behavior on a website with their following results. So we have need, we have interest, and we have the purchase. Okay, right. Lead nurturing. Lead nurturing is a new marketing term related to performing marketing programs, which aim is to prepare a potential customer for making a purchase. Lead nurturing is a subject often discussed in all studies on marketing automation. Nothing strange about it, because it is one of crucial functionalities of those systems. Lead nurturing is a program aimed at increasing sales in the company. Therefore, its main task is education of potential customers and delivering to the sales department a customer who is ready for a contact with a salesman. Why programs of this type are important for companies? In a present sales model, about 80% of acquired contacts is not ready to make a purchase. That is to say that the majority of customers do not have sufficient knowledge to make a purchase. Moreover, neither of them is ready to be contacted by the sales department. Programs of this type are most often performed by a dispatch of messages via email. Lead nurturing allows to fulfill three essential tasks. Please see a frame that include maintaining customer relationship, giving information, and indication of a moment for sales. Maintaining contact with a potential customer, seemingly tricky statement, but without maintaining contact with a customer, we do not have a possibility to sell a product or a service. If a potential customer is not interested in a relationship with us, most likely she or he will unsubscribe, or at least she or he will express a lack of interest by not clicking on emails and links that will cause that automation marketing system will not qualify her or him to a group of potential customers who should be contacted by the sales department. Delivering crucial ideas to a potential customer. Lead nurturing program gives the possibility of non-invasive delivering crucial information, comparisons, and concepts to a customer, what allows to orient the mindset of a potential customer, what in turn can have a crucial meaning in completing sales process. Indicating the best moments to selling. An analysis of customer behavior in response to direct lead nurturing program allows to indicate so-called trigger points, that is moments when it is the best time to contact a customer. Contact scoring. Scoring model is a very important feature in marketing automation system. Its action mechanism is very simple. Each contact activity assigns to its card a certain number of scoring points. A very simple mechanism is created which at the same time in a very precise way indicates potential contacts which are the most active or the best prepared. Simply, they have the greatest number of points, and the sales department is given a clear message. First of all, we should contact with those customers. Contact scoring is not only a ranking for salespeople, but also a very important tool in a marketer's work. For a marketer, the most important should be not whether his actions engage recipients, but how to measure engagement when the most of interactions and activities are carried out online without an actual contact. Additionally, a progressive fragmentation of contact methods is not facilitating a task. Marketing automation system can count scoring points for A visit on a website, openings and clicking on email messages, interactions with social media, receiving and answering an SMS message, reaction to VMS message, a conversation with call center, a visit in a traditional store, making a purchase, interaction with a salesman. Each of those interactions may cause assigning an appropriate number of points to a consumer. The points themselves may be assigned in three independent dimensions. The first, that is globally to a contact card, is a total scoring for all contact behavior. Besides, we can measure text scoring or at a stage of sales campaign. It allows to measure precisely contact engagement in a company offer and in a specific products and at a given sales stage. The contact segmentation is one of the basic tasks of marketing automation systems. Division to groups in the more precise, the more information we gather in contacts. As a result of contact segmentation, it is easier to manage them and increases an effectiveness of marketing operations. Contact segmentation consists in the fact that they are automatically assigned to certain group segments. We can divide contacts on the basis of behavioral data, transactional data, geographical localization, use device, operation system, or web browser. Having segmented contacts, we can decide on one division or combine ways of segmentation at will so that in effect we get groups of potential customers which correspond to an actual situation. As a result of a correct segmentation, we will get groups of persons actually interested in given products so that it is easier to address dispatches to persons actually waiting for given information. So here's the mailing-based segmentation increases contact activity on the website over the month after mailing has been sent out. So you can see on this graph. Big data marketing. Let us try for the beginning to define what really is big data. The simplest, although mistaken definition says that big data is everything we count in petabyte. McKinsey defines big data as data sets which size is beyond the ability of typical database software tools to capture, store, manage, and analyze data. Robert Klum for EMC talks about a structured data stored in different databases. IBM definition adds one more condition related to data, diversity, and speed of their capturing and processing. They must originate from different sources and be generated in real time or near real time. According to Forrester Research Company, big data is a concept considering data problems in 4 dimensions called 4V. Volume, data size, variety, data diversity, velocity, fast emerging of data, the analysis in real time, value, how much data are worth. Some sources say instead variance, data variance. This concept seems to reflect a sense of what we call big data. Forrester considers rightly that the name big data is confusing because it suggests only size, omitting remaining 3 aspects. Often in parallel, he uses a less popular term, high-performance analytics. It is no less important variety resulting from a nature of collecting data in a contemporary organization. Big data combines data from different channels like behavioral data, statistical, geographical, transactional, and data formats, website traffic, social media, video, music, documents, form activity, forms, survey, telephone talks, offline data, what departs from known so far combining of relational data coming from the same sources. In standard tools for data processing, there is also a possibility to handle different data. However, it requires one essential factor, an appropriate amount of time. Unfortunately, we don't have abundance of it. By definition, big data are data that appear in a large volume, and what is more important, often requiring analysis and reaction in nearly real time. Big data marketing reaction in real time is necessary in such quickly changing conditions. In order to handle big data, are needed tools which can cope with such an analysis. The last factor is data value. However, not because that the data are substantial, but quite the opposite. A huge part of information constituting big data is totally useless. So another problem is to filter only available data. Summarizing big data are something more than just a large amount of information. It is where to formulate a definition. From a business point of view, it would say like this: big data is an aggregation of different, in terms of size, origin, format, significance, rapidly emerging and demanding processing in real time data in a large volume and with a great variance. A superb example of the big data structure may be a modern airliner, which draws information from thousands of sensors monitoring all possible parameters several times in every second of flight, and captures data flowing from the outside in order to analyze them and ensure safety of all passengers, or to notify a pilot about the possibility to occurring problems before they happen. A big data marketing having data is one thing, but using them in something is completely different. Slowly we can start talking about a new way of providing marketing, big data marketing. The size of available and potentially useful data is currently spreading like wildfire. Only Facebook generates huge quantities of them. According to information provided by IBM, everyday users of this web portal click or share nearly 650,000 times per minute and add 100 terabytes of data per day. If we additionally take into account activity of Twitter users, create every day 230 million of tweets, it will turn out that people involved in marketing will be overwhelmed with an enormity of non-verified information. This data complete information stored in CRM, ERP systems, and behavioral data related to consumer behavior on a website. It is estimated that poor quality data can cost a company up to 35% of operational revenue. On the other hand, a magnitude of data generates unimaginable possibilities of their use. According to a survey carried out on the Fortune 1000 list, even a 10% usability improvement and data availability increased sales on average by 14% per each employee. You should not wonder if we need big data marketing, but rather think how to take action in order to make use of its possibilities. Big data marketing using a variety of information about contact in real time in order to increase the effectiveness of marketing operation through personalized communication one-to-one is like another big data definition. Marketing automation using big data. Marketing automation system captures, collects, and analyzes data from many independent sources. It allows to take full advantage of information possible together thanks to big data marketing. The biggest asset is an ability to automate a response to a single customer behavior and reaching her or him out with a personalized offer at the most convenient moment. It is important when implementing these types of solutions, there is no need of investing in new hardware. Thanks to using cloud computing, all operations demanding for processing big data is performed without loading a computer network in a company. As a result, we get an advanced modern tool of marketing automation class, fully adapted to perform big data marketing tasks. Email marketing in marketing automation system becomes an integral part of all marketing operations. This means that information gathered about customers by means of it have an impact on the course of the other marketing operations, and on the other hand, data related to customers coming from the other operations and sources influence the shape of email marketing campaigns. The majority of marketing automation systems have an email marketing module. The collations of these modules features in available above. However, in a situation when we combine email marketing and marketing automation, two main problems of traditional dispatch are omitted. Mass mailing rarely hits the individual needs of potential customers, and equally rare they reach an addressee at the right moment. Let us be honest that most often we send messages to a fairly large group of recipients and for a predetermined day and hour. This type of dispatches lose their effectiveness and can win some thanks to marketing automation. So, how do we take email marketing to the next level with marketing automation? So we have, with email marketing, we have problem number one: timing of mailings rarely reaches the customer's ideal buying time. Problem number two: the offer's content seldom matches customers' buying needs. So sending newsletters and emailings. So information you get, you are informed which contacts opened emails and clicked in particular links. The solution: knowing client's behavior on the website and his searching patterns, you are able to send customized content matching your client needs in a particular moment, right? Identifying and monitoring contact's behavior on your website, and the information you are getting is when particular contact visits your webpage, which subpages he's browsing and what are his visiting returning to your www patterns. And in marketing automation, we have like that. Segment number one: people who are interested in your business offer, like product X. They receive an automated email with an offer and detailed product as description, which is sent to the contact, right? People who are interested in product Y and have filled in the contact form, automated lead nurturing education program sent to the contact and an alert for sales department. Segment number three: people who have visited subpage with your price list, notification alert for sales department with an information which contact was looking through your price list. So email marketing, the most advanced use of email messages is in marketing automation is a dynamic email. Products tailored to an individual recipient on the basis of the previously specified parameters get across to a template of an email message. Mechanism uses contact profiles stored and created by marketing automation system. Through information contained in a profile, for instance, average shopping value and browsed products, are matched the best products from XML base and put into an email. Products or offers may be matched to a last contact visit on a website, complete visit history, transaction history, and entire customer profile. It is also possible to mix matching methods depending on a required result. Matching is done absolutely automatically. We receive an email message which contains a collation of offers, products, which is an exact response to a customer shopping need arising from his behavior. At a dispatch itself is performed short after a contract visit an e-store. So here we can look at dynamic one-to-one emails, segmented emails, newsletter to the whole contact base, and here the growth elements in comparison to the regular newsletter, which became obsolete. The new school of marketing, the result of research carried out by Adobe in 2012, put marketing specialists on the list of the least valuable occupations in the world besides dancers and actors. Interestingly, either marketing specialists themselves do not have a good opinion about themselves. Such a low assessment of marketing work is mainly due to the very low pace of implementation technology into marketing. Marketing specialists often act as if they practice a field area of art. Meanwhile, marketing today needs a solid determination of performer activities and an explicit presentation their impact on the volume of generated income. Despite the considerable pace of technological development, innovations pretty effectively omitted marketing operations. Marketing begins to be science. The greatest challenge facing marketing is transformation from a domain associated to far with an art to such which its activities will be based on a thorough analysis of data and achieved results. Changing in an attitude and the way of operating marketing begins to create an asset in a company. On the other hand, the effects of its operations are more measurable. All of this is possible only thanks to the use of technology. The trend of technology implantation into a work of marketing department is revealed by Gartner Inc. research. Outgoings of CMO will exceed outgoings of CTO for information technology solutions until 2017. According to results of the research, until 2017, a statistical marketing director will spend more on new technologies than IT director. The pace of technology implementation to marketing is speeding and will be speeding up since this field area is exceptionally long resisted innovations. According to the same Gartner Inc., research expenditure on innovative solutions in the field area of marketing will grow by 200 to 300% faster than other IT operations. This space is also visible among marketing automation system. The field area, which has come into existence relatively recently today, is a dynamically developing segment of systems for management of sales and marketing. The marketing transformation is changing the role of marketers using marketing automation. So we are talking about creating strategies, ROI and ROI analysis, research on effectiveness, efficiency, and conversion process optimization. So here you can see the transition between the traditional marketing and the new school of marketing. And we are starting with cooperations with sales department joining the work of marketers with salesmen, lead nurturing, education of potential customers and personalization, delivering leads ready for purchase to salesmen, and creating programs for marketing automation and customer segmentation. Brand building, inbound marketing, social media conducting, PPC management, SEO, marketing production like marketing brochures, graphics, etc. And there are a lot of savings here, like you can see from implementing those activities. And traditional marketers' activities are connected with building a brand, acquiring traffic, are outsourced to interactive agencies. Thanks to using marketing automation, a marketer takes over a business function, actively takes part in a process of generating income, and builds a real value for the company. Customer decision journey. Up until now, process of making a purchase decision by a customer has been described by conversion paths, purchase and sales funnels. For the first time, we have heard about purchase funnels in 1898. At that time, E.S. Elmo Lewis developed a model which theoretically described the customer trip towards making a purchase. Both a purchase path and sales funnel are linear models, what means they can only concern linear processes. Those two models had worked quite well until a moment in which a quantity of communication channels, customer company, were limited. For a marketer, the biggest challenge is to reach a customer at that very moment at which he has the greatest influence on a decision taken by him. For years, marketers have looked for such opportunities, thanks which it is the easiest to influence customer. Purchase funnel. Traditionally, purchase funnel reflected a process in which not much aware consumer began from a few potential salesmen and gradually in the course of making decisions for limited in number until selecting a winner that is making a purchase at one of them. A sales funnel. On the other hand, companies looked also in a linear manner at the sales process. A typical sales funnel begins from a great number of potential customers at a very early stage of purchase process and gradually narrowing little number of contacts at the stages closer to sale and end up at closing transactions. If we add to this a term of path conversion, we also have to do with linear approach to sales process. Such a way of thinking imposes limitations on marketing, which closes in its operation for a gradual pushing contacts to respective stages until sales. Why the concept of funnel is not matched to a current market? Mainly due to a linear nature, it becomes too narrow and does not include all connection points and the most important buying factors. Secondly, technology and consumer have changed and only marketing lagged behind. Nowadays, consumer has an exceptionally wide choice of products and services and first of all channels of communication in which he or she can look for, explore and compare. Marketing has to do with a much more independent, better informed and more demanding customer. And customer decision journey. In fact, the process of making a purchase decision is much more complicated and multi-threaded than suggested by a funnel. Effective operation in such a situation demands another, more sophisticated approach. Only in 2009, that is 11 years after a purchase funnel, McKinsey and company started to convince that a place of a funnel is now assumed by a consumer decision journey, what we can translate as customer shopping trip. How does a consumer make a purchase decision? An active part of searching a product starts online. In up to 50% of cases, consumers begin their trip on the internet, whereas 95% of consumers explore the market online before making a purchase decision. As a result, the contact with a salesman falls on the fourth place. Buyer's approach itself is important. They would like to control about 70% of a purchase process and decide on a moment of contact with the salesman unassisted. The beginning of customer shopping trip. According to a new concept, the process of making a purchase decision begins long before contact, drifting to a firm and a sales funnel. At the first stage, a customer considers a purchase of several brands. This stage we can all subconscious brand choice. At the second stage, a consumer searching for information online about pre-selected products find products from different suppliers and the pool of considered brand grows. The third stage involves making a decision and closing a transaction. Traditionally, it would be an end of a sales process. Nevertheless, there is a fourth stage. It assumes a customer localization coming after transaction and operations leading to the next purchases. Stage 1. Subconscious brand choice. The process of making a purchase decision begins in customer consciousness. Let us suppose that we want to buy a brand new cellular phone, TV set, or even a car. Whatever a product or service, when we start thinking about a purchase, immediately we recall a few brands from which we begin to choose. According to the McKinsey company study, a progressive media fragmentation and a greater product availability made that consumers tend to limit the number of brands from which they start the purchasing process. Therefore, in order to find in a first set of brands, we must take care of brand recognition and the ability to break through a plethora of marketing messages into a consumer consciousness. It turns out that the brands which can be found in the first group have 300% greater sales opportunities than the others. On the other hand, if we are not in this group, there is nothing lost. Contrary to a concept of a purchase funnel in which a number of taken into account brands systematically decrease, in fact, at the next stage growth, it is connected with seeking information about products online where consumers often can compare them with similar ones. Stage 2. Adding new brands to customer shopping trip. That is just that moment when marketers can join the whole process using appropriate activity, an option to add your own brand to an already begun process of making a purchase decision is open. Not only it is possible to be included in a decision-making process, but also pushing competitors from it. It happens. Okay. An average number of new brands in a process depends on a branch. However, on average, it is 1.7 to 2.2. This change of consumer behavior allows marketers to create new points of contact in the places where they can have an impact on consumer. On the other hand, brands taken into account cannot treat this status as assured. A purchase, the last stage. Up until now, a purchase ends a purchase sales process. Most often sales and purchase funnels end at the end of purchase and sales. Both sales and purchase funnels end at the stage of purchase and sales. It is a mistaken, to put it mildly, approach. Just after making a purchase proceeds one of the most important moments, an opportunity to localize an acquired customer. The moment at which a consumer becomes a customer does not mean an end of marketer's work, but challenges him again. An after-sales experience shapes a customer opinion about a product, a brand, and a company. More importantly, it has a huge impact on purchase decision in the future. Many customers, after buying a product, seeks additional information online about use policy, unknown features, and experiences of the other users. Probably it is obvious how important is a marketer's influence on that what now explores actual and potentially future customer. A point of contact and the ability of shaping opinion unimaginable in a classical funnel ending up at a purchase. This is why customer shopping trip is an ongoing cycle, having not much in common with a linear process. A loyal customer can be active or passive, a necessity of after-sales support. and to encourage a new purchase is obviously nothing new. However, there are different approaches of loyal customers. Highlighting two fundamentals, we can talk about active and passive. Here, there is another change. Customers who are passive the most often remain with a brand because they don't want to change a supplier, or they are in a jungle of possibilities, so they choose an earlier solution of remaining with a brand but without affection. Theoretically, a loyal customer is nevertheless prone to news from competition. Sometimes a proper stimulus or a reason is enough for such a customer to change his or her preferences quickly. A situation with loyal and active customers seems to be a lot different. We are talking about persons who trust in our brand, attach to it, and recommend it to others. This group of advocates is a very important asset of each company, since it is a source of the most effective advertising. Therefore, marketing efforts should focus on widening that group. Selecting marketing automation system. The market of marketing automation system offers a wide range of products. The first 15 years result in developing mature tools existing virtually from the very beginning, and also those which present a quite fresh approach to the subject. Regardless of the company size, there is something for everyone. International corporations, which employ highly skilled employees with large databases and very complex marketing processes, can choose among platforms intended for them with a lot of modules, which allow for a precise adjustment of functionalities to the needs. On the other hand, the sector of small and middle enterprises may also select from platforms focused on an end user, which thanks a friendly interface and a simple implementation can be implemented in the company in just a few days. However, regardless of company size, can count on the following advantages. More efficient marketing. Automation of time-consuming manual tasks dealing with creating, managing, and personalization of content, preparing and setting campaigns, database hygiene, nurturing leads, or communication with the sales department reduce cost of performed operations and increase productivity. More high-quality leads. Marketing automation on the basis of demographical data, behavioral ones, like online behavior, and scoring, allows to generate leads more efficiently and deliver them to the sales department in a moment in which they are ready for a contact with a salesman. Comprehensive monitoring of customer behavior. Marketing automation systems are now integrated with many communication channels with customers. This solution allows to obtain a holistic profile of each customer and better understanding his or her needs. Better cooperation of marketing and sales departments. Using marketing automation makes possible integration of work in both departments, so the whole sales and marketing process gains experience and knowledge of both teams. Higher ROI and lead conversion rate. According to Aberdeen Group study from May 2012, companies which use marketing automation have a 53% better conversion and an annual income growth higher by 3.1%. We have already known that what can implementation of marketing automation bring. Now we introduce 4 steps which allow you to make a decision whether and which system should be implemented. Okay, step 1. Is marketing automation system needed? A very important questions which should be asked at the very beginning. Paradoxically, in order to get an answer for this question, we should first respond to the following 3. First, whether our requirements exceed capabilities of already bought solutions. If a company begins to develop quickly, often such a problem occurs. The system owned up till now are not able to consolidate stored data and analytical tools or not provide all needed information. It is one of the message of appetite for marketing automation systems. Secondly, let us consider what functionality we will need. Should the sales department have a rapid access to marketing data? Do we have a developed presence in social portals? Getting to know company needs would be easier to make a decision. Then, what objectives you would like to achieve? If you plan to implement each new system in a company, we should specify objectives which we would like to achieve thanks to it. In the case of marketing automation systems, our objectives may be increasing the quality of generated leads, reducing conversion, time of acquired contact to a customer, maximizing ROI indicator of marketing operations, getting better opportunities for analytical and holistic image of performer operations. Step 2, identification and contact with appropriate suppliers of marketing automation systems. Assuming that marketing automation is that what you need on the job, you are awaited by the next stage, that is to check up available offer and comparison of systems. Thanks to the previous step, you are already familiar with your needs and objectives you want to achieve. On the basis of this information, you should compile a list of mandatory and additional functionalities. Then, using websites, demo accesses, and the other materials that we require from available functionalities and specific tools should be compared. These steps is insofar important that it will allow you to select a group of systems to test. At this time, it can also be useful a comparison and description of different tools included in this study. An additional factor which should to be taken into account is the tool price and its capabilities of integration with other systems and data sources. Certainly, easy accessible API interface and the ready integration kit are important assets of each system. Step 3. Test of selecting solutions. A list of systems that are worth testing should include about 3-4 items which should suit the best of our needs. The majority of suppliers offer a trial period which most often lasts 30 days. While working with a system, you should pay attention to several issues: ease of contact with the supplier, ease of handling, interface application, time needed for implementation, access to trainings and additional support materials. Deciding on a specific solutions, it might be worthwhile that a firm which makes available a tool understands the needs of your company and is able to show functionalities which are crucial to you and ways to use them. The optimal test should include activities listed below. Create from scratch a new email message. Import a contact database from Excel or SCV file. Prepare a new landing page. On that basis, perform a simple email marketing campaign. Review an email dispatch report. Check out which parameters it offers. See a report of contact behavior on a website. Step 4. Decision. After performing tests, a situation should have a clear image of situation and one of 2 systems to select. Then we should advise about chosen tools among the users and on relevant forums, discussion groups, and social portals. Having conversations with current system users or reading available case studies, we should pay attention to effects they achieved thanks to implementation, whether they are satisfied, and look for good advices for the beginning of work with a new tool in the firm. In the last issue, and by the way one of the most important, that is price, a method of payment and terms and condition of the contract. Here we are dealing with a quite big number of different solutions. When it comes of a system price, in most cases it depends on the volume of contact database and a number of stations. Not insignificant is either a system country of origin. Sounding out a market, please notice that solutions from overseas are more expensive than native European. Time for which we sign an agreement varies from annual to indefinite with 1 month period of notice, what from obvious reasons is the most flexible. Very important are also any additional fees, so you should carefully review a price list before signing a contract. Thank you very much.